So friends, today we will study about the boiler water test. First we will study about the alkalinity of the boiler water. Now there are three main constituents or three ions which are responsible for the alkalinity of the water. These are bicarbonate ions denoted by HCO3 minus, carbonate ions CO3 minus ion, and hydroxide ion OH minus ion. These are negative ions and known as anions. Now when this combine with the water and they form it and they make the water alkaline. Now what is alkalinity? Now alkalinity is the capacity of water to resist changes in pH. Now it is also the measure of acid it can neutralize. So actually what happens when we are adding acid to an alkaline solution, then actually we are adding H plus ions to neutralize it. Also when on a pH scale the pH value is from 0 to 69, then the solution is said to be acid. And if the pH value is from 7. If the pH value is 7.0, then it is neutral. And if the pH value is from 7.1 to 14.0, then it is alkaline. So we have to measure how much is the alkalinity of this boiler water. Now we will study about the P alkalinity. Now P alkalinity actually this shows the presence of hydroxides. The hydroxide ions are how much it is present, and the measure is from 75 to 200 ppm. Now we have to take 100 sample plus phenolphthalein we have to add, and it will 4 drops of phenolphthalein we add, and we get a pink color solution. Now we have to titrate this one with H2SO4 acid, sulfuric acid, and it will become colorless. So the amount of drops, the drops actually which makes it colorless into 10 will give the P alkalinity. Now we will see what actually happening beneath this, actually what is happening here. So here actually what happened, OH minus it is combining with the H plus ion. From where we are getting this H plus ion? Actually when we are adding this H2SO4, from that H plus ion it is combining with the OH minus ion and forming H2O. Now also what we have seen here, HCO3 minus, actually it cannot exist alone. It always gets combined with the OH minus and forms minus. HCO3 minus always combines with the OH minus and forms CO3 2 minus, carbonate ions and water. Now we will study about the T alkalinity. Now this is due to the presence of hydroxide, carbonates and bicarbonates. Now as we have seen here, hydroxide, carbonates and the bicarbonates. So this colorless solution, we have to take the same colorless solution. This I am representing it with A. This A solution we will take plus methyl orange, 4 drops we will add, and the it will turn into yellow solution. Now we have to titrate with the sulfuric acid. It will turn orange. Now number of drops of H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, how much we have added into 40 will give us the T alkalinity. The measure of T alkalinity is from 150 to 300 ppm. Now we will discuss about the chloride test. So we'll take the same A sample, that is that we got in the P alkalinity test. That A sample will add potassium chromate 4 drops. It is denoted by K2Cr2O4, and the solution will turn yellow. Now this yellow solution we will titrate with silver nitrate, AgNO3. So it will turn reddish brown. Now drops of AgNO3 silver nitrate into 20 gives the chloride ppm. Discuss about the phosphate reserve. Now the general value is from 30 to 70 ppm. Now the purpose of phosphate in boiler water is actually to neutralize the hardness salts. Now if phosphate is low, what will happen? It will lead to formation of scale. And if phosphate reserve is high in the boiler water, then it will lead to foaming and sludge formation. So what we have to do is, for this test, boiler water 25 ml sample we will take, then molybdenate reagent is there, 25 ml we will take, and we will mix it and we will shake it, and we will add stannous chloride 1 spoon, and after that the color will change to blue. This we have to compare with the color chart, and this blue color we have to see how much is the value of ppm in the color chart. Now we will discuss about the hardness test. Hardness test, we have to take boiler water 50 ml sample, plus we have to take a soap solution, that is standard Van Clean's solution is there, and we have to mix it, and there will be a foam formation which will be temporary. Now again we have to add 1 drop, again we have to mix it, and we have to keep on repeating this till the foam formation stays for 1 minute. It should stay for the foam which will form, it should stay for at least 1 minute. Then drop of that Van Clean soap solution, how much we have added, it will show the hardness in ppm of CaCO3, calcium carbonate. Now in the we will discuss about the pH test. Actually in the pH test what we are doing is, a piece of colored paper is there, we are actually immersing that color paper in the boiler water sample, and the color will change. Now we have to compare this color with the maker supplier color chart. Now the supplier has provided the color chart, we have to compare it with that, and we will get the pH value.